When I tell people I've had cancer and I was given 6 months to live, they immediately look at me with sympathy and probably sometimes a bit of pity. And let me just preface what I'm about to say with everybody's experience with severe ill health is completely different. So no two people are going to go through the same experience when they have a critical health issue come up. Back to my story. So people tend to look at me with sympathy, and I'm like, no. Cancer was the making of me. If I hadn't had cancer, I wouldn't be doing half of what I've been doing in the last 20 years. Without that experience of going through cancer, which was defining for me, it's a massively defining moment in my life, I wouldn't be doing all the things I've done. I wouldn't have been able to help all the people I've been privileged to be part of, facilitating, helping, guiding, being a part of that journey for them. So I have a very, very different outlook when obstacles occur in life. And it was interesting, there was a post on LinkedIn this morning that I commented on, and to do with a different situation. And the person responded and said, oh, that's a great reframe. And I thought, but it wasn't a reframe. It was never a reframe. It was always, when I got the diagnosis, it was an answer. I went, oh, that's what's going on with me. Now, what is that telling me about where I am in life? Because I knew I was stuck. I knew I wasn't happy, and I knew I needed to make changes. But it was getting that diagnosis that was like somebody switched the light on in me. So from the get-go, I was surrendered to the situation. I wasn't battling it at all. And I was surrendered to, I may survive, I might not survive. But I'm sure as hell going to use this to activate my healing. So let's see what happens out of that. And so what I wanted to say through this video is to encourage you to view your life situations differently. I think particularly with ill health, we initially respond in a level of panic, fear, and we kind of shut down. But if we can, at those critical moments, take a deep breath, find that moment of peace. I know that's not happening right now with the backdrop of the soundtrack of the dog barking, but we can take a deep breath, go within and find that moment of peace. We can see our situation differently. We can activate and access the information differently. We can utilize what's happening differently, and then life becomes easier. So use my experience as inspiration. Like I say, everybody's situation is different, so I am not casting any generalizations, any thoughts, judgments on what other people are going through. Everybody will have a very different connection to when something happens to them. But for me, having cancer was like somebody switched a light on and went, this is where you are. This is why you're stuck. This is what you need to do. So I now work one-to-one with people, helping them turn the light on in their own lives for themselves. If you are feeling stuck, if you want some help, if you want some guidance, if you just want to connect, reach out, drop me a personal message. We can have a chat and see if it's an appropriate connection for us to work together, because I absolutely don't want to work with people that it's not right with. I want to genuinely help people find their way through. And if I can't do that, I will tell you, or if I'm not sure I can do that, I will tell you. And if I have other recommendations, I will pass you on. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.